And I also really love math. So we thought it'd be a really, really cool and fun way to structure our talk to combine, well, what if we can combine math plus coffee? You would get something really, really awesome. So, so hope you guys get to enjoy the talk. So the idea that we had is, well, what if we had, well, I'm traveling, right? I'm traveling around different parts of Southeast Asia and Sydney for devfest. So it'd be really cool if I could find use an application to take with me to help me find really, really good coffee. And so we're going to build sort of this where is coffee application. And I guess, so the first thing that you need, well, obviously you see here the map. You've all seen a map before. And I've had it center my location to where I think I approximately am, somewhere in Singapore. So you can pan the map around. You can switch to different map types. We have 4 different default map types. We have like a satellite view, in addition to hybrid, which overlays the roads on top of the satellite imagery as well. We also have a terrain map type, which includes sort of elevation data. You can sort of see the terrain of a landscape through that easily. You can pan around, you can zoom, obviously. So this is a basic map. Nothing really interesting, useful here, but it's the way you start building any application. And so, what does it take to actually have a map like that? Well, I'm assuming a lot of you are familiar with HTML, and in here you can see it's just a simple body tag with nothing but a single HTML container. One div element with an ID so that I can access that DOM element in my JavaScript. And in the CSS, I'm going to specify some basic dimensions of how big I want my map to be, right? Set a height of 100%. The width will automatically maximize if I don't specify it. Nothing new there. In my JavaScript, so I'm basically downloading the Maps API with a script tag. And that script tag defines a bunch of this entire Google.Maps API references library, a collection of objects. And in here, all I'm doing is I'm initializing a new map object. I'm passing in my div elements into the constructor. In addition to specifying some various parameters, some options I can have on the default initialization of the map. So this would be my zoom level, my center lat long coordinate of where I want the map to start out with, and then the default map type that I want to show on load. And then at the very bottom there, we have our own event object which takes care of different browser compatibility. So you can register event listener to your HTML DOM elements and have it work across all browsers easily. So I'm just saying on the load of this page, I want to call the init function, which is going to create my map. Cool. So we have a map, right? First place to start. I haven't been able to do anything with coffee yet. I'll have to get to that later. But this is definitely where you start. You start out simple and you build up upon it. So what else is really cool about the V3 API? Well, the V3 API was sort of completely revamped and rehauled the entire Maps API, built entirely from scratch to focus on mobile performance. It's really optimized to run well on mobile browsers. So the engineers in Sydney do a really amazing job of keeping the download size really, really small, and there's tons and tons of different techniques on how to do that. So with the V3 API, you get both a web browser-based map application in addition to having it run well on your mobile app as well. So I have it on mobile because actually I want to load my application as I'm traveling around to different countries. So what else is a cool new feature to add to this? Well, it would be cool if I could have my application